Good afternoon. I'm Mary Esther Reed. I'm the mayor here in Smyrna, and welcome to the 43rd annual Town Christmas Parade. We're glad to have you with us, and today's Christmas Around the World is the theme, and we have a special guest with us here for the second year in a row, Rudy Kalis. Rudy, we're so glad to have you back.
This is wonderful. Last year we got cold. This year I had to put sunscreen on my head.
Well, somebody called for the good weather today, and
Perfect.
we sure got it, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
You know what? It's been so great to see the people lining the street all the way from Nolan Drive all the way to Kmart.
I was blown away just coming in because they were already lining up. So this is remarkable that you're able to do 43 years.
43 years.
Woo.
Now, Rudy, 43 years sounds about like the time you spent at WSMV.
You
Is
know
that
what?
right?
That's exactly right. The first year that I was here is, I guess, that and Richard Petty's number. Put all those together and we're good.
There you go. We even have some pictures that
Oh, no.
a little nostalgia going on.
Oh, you see that?
There
Oh.
you go.
See, that was a wig I was wearing back then. Yeah, driving the lane with a wig on. We had a Channel 4 charity team with those squeezy little shorts. Played about 30 games a year. Some of them out here in Smyrna. It was fun, all for charity. And how quickly time flies.
Oh, military service.
Spent 4 years in the Air Force. Yeah, quite handsome.
He is quite handsome.
But it paid for my schooling. I'm always thankful. The military did all of that. How about that look
Would
on
you
the
call
right?
this before and after?
Oh, you got that right. Then the good Lord said, that boy's a little cocky. I believe I'll snatch the hair off his head. And so you got the guy on the left. The guy on the right there thought he was cool.
Both look really good, though. And let's see what we have next.
Oh, you actually have more? I hope not.
We do.
Oh, you see? That's when I was really sharp. See the look? It's like I know everything.
But do you know what? You came into so many people's lives and so many people's homes. I can remember growing up watching you on Channel 4. So,
there it is.
I've even seen that sweater today.
I brought it along as a backup just in case. That's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That fits me perfectly.
You are the sweater.
Oh, yeah, you got that right. Both of them. Look at Bill, folks from here, a long time remember Bill Hall, a long-time weatherman, who was a weekend newscaster with me when I first started. My, you found some old pictures.
And loved farming and fishing, didn't he?
Oh, gosh, he loved. He finally got me to eat some chitlins once. It stayed down about 30 seconds.
That's probably 30
Yeah.
seconds longer than they would have stayed with me.
Sheesh.
Well, you know, I am so excited about this parade today. We have got over 120 applicants in this parade.
I can't wait. That'll be great. They each come through, and you know all the folks, and they all know you, and that's the best part. I'm just sort of eye candy and get a chance to watch and enjoy the folks. So.
You know what's the nicest thing? When you look out here at the crowd, you see generations of family members out enjoying the day and making memories with family. And to me, that's what this is about.
You told me about the difference between, what, 8,500 people at one point in Smyrna, and now you've got 50,000?
Right under 50,000.
You're doing something right.
We are doing something right. I think we're all blessed to live here in Middle Tennessee.
That's it. That's it. This is where I'm staying, and I love being here today.
Any good Christmas memories growing up for you?
Well, you know, I was a little, remember now, I was born in Germany, so I
Okay.
could literally remember being 5 years old and seeing St. Nicholas come in, and he gave me like an orange or something, and he would look, those kind of heavy, deep snow. I always remember as a little kid doing Christmas concerts from school and such. They're wonderful. And then seeing the kids, you know, we both have children.
Yes.
Seeing them open up their presents for the first time, their eyes get real big.
Absolutely.
And they think Santa's real.
That's
he
exact-
is, though,
he
isn't
is.
he?
He
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely. And I can't wait. You know, I think Santa might make an appearance today before
Has he
the
got
end of the
time?
parade. I think he might make a little time for us here in Smyrna.
See?
I think he knows how good we've all been.
All right. Well, and we're going to start out with bands, and we got flags, and here we go.
We absolutely do. And our first group is going to be our police chief, Kevin Arnold. And I can't tell you what a great job Kevin does for us here in the town of Smyrna. And right now we have 88 police officers. And do you know 34 of those police officers are veterans of our armed forces?
Really?
They
You know,
are.
I was military police for the 4 years I was in the service, and literally thought very seriously about being a police officer when I got out.
Wow.
But somehow I thought I'd run my mouth instead.
Well, you know, these men and women put their lives on the line every day, and I can't say enough about our police force. You know, 7 of our officers have attended the National Forensic Academy in Oak Ridge, and less than 5% nationwide of law enforcement have attended this training. So they get quite a bit of training. And right behind Chief Arnold is our Smyrna Fire Department Honor Guard. We're always glad to see them. And our Honor Guard was established in September of 1999. And since the establishment of the Guard, the members have been called upon to perform a variety of ceremonial functions. So our citizens are used to seeing our Honor Guard. And Rudy, you were going to tell us a little bit about who our members are today?
Well, we've got Lieutenant Kenny Campbell, also the ladder driver, which I think is a fascinating job. I'd always want to do that, but of course they'd never let me. And that is Ryan Killam. And also we've got the engine drive. That is Nick Link. Engine driver is Jerry Mosley. Engine driver as well as Daniel Brownlow. So we've got them in attendance.
I was with them the other day, and I said, how do you practice to get to be a driver?
Oh,
and so they were talking about just getting out in the community and driving a little bit, obviously not to emergencies to begin with, and just practice until they get to become the driver.
Two special breeds. You get police department and fire department. Those are people that it's almost like a mission in life as opposed to just a job, because it is tough work. And so we have to celebrate them.
You know, you'll also see our firemen dressed in full uniform as if they were going into a fire. And one of the reasons we do this is because we want the children to see, in case there was an emergency in their home and it was filled with smoke, exactly what the people that are coming in to help them. Because for a little kid, that sometimes can look pretty scary.
That's a real education. You told me that. See, my first thought, which I told you, is that always connects me to 9/11. And how they went up those stairs and just makes me appreciate them even more. But what you said makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. You know, in 1916, the need for fire protection was realized by the citizens of Smyrna, and prior to that date, the only fire protection was a bucket brigade or the occasional barrel placed under the downspout. So our fire chief is Chief Bill Culberson, and he is a little under the weather, and I'm hoping he's watching today, and I just wanted to tell him that we're thinking about him and that we hope that he gets well soon.
Tell me that's not a thrill for the kids to be able to ride there in the truck.
Absolutely.
Can I pull the horn just once and blow it? Oh,
well,
man.
there's Billy right there.
Oh, great.
Now, if this isn't a group of rough ones coming after the fire department, I'm not sure what is. Here we have our Smyrna Town Council.
Oh.
And we have Vice Mayor Mark Adkins and his wife Connie, who works at Smyrna Elementary School. And we have Raquel Peebles and her son and daughter. Raquel is our newest council member. And then we have Tim Morrell and his wife Donna. Glad to see them.
You know everybody, Mayor.
And here's the judge is next. Always good to know the judge, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, really? Here come the judge.
Yes. And Brittany Stevens is our court clerk. Glad to see Brittany.
See, that's fun. They love you when you're throwing out candy.
You always have to ration your candy at the first because you always want to throw it out quick, but you got to hold on to it because there's always a lot towards the end.
I've been at some parades where if I was up near the front and throwing out candy, got the end, didn't have it, and boy, I got called names.
Yes, and there's Lori North.
Look at the little one sleeping in the ambulance.
Yes. Next we have, our ambulance service. You know, they always do a great job.
Oh, there's a
Great
job for you. My goodness.
Yes. Now we have Melissa Harrell, who is our circuit court clerk.
Nice to be able to ride in a convertible on a day like today. Wave and smile and enjoy the weather.
Last year it would have been a little cold, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but that was almost Christmas type weather. But this is a lot more fun for the fans that are out, the people that are here.
And here we have Heather Dahlborn, who is our Register of Deeds here for the county. It's always nice to see these elected officials out in the parade.
Yeah, they represent the people. They're the ones they've been voted in. They want to thank the people for voting them, so good for them. That's nicely decorated. Fill that truck up. Look at that.
This is Lisa Duke Crowell. She is our court clerk for Rutherford County. I'll tell you, these individuals go to so much work in getting their floats or their vehicles ready, and then purchasing candy to throw out for the kids. So they always do a good job.
Remember putting floats together back in high school for homecoming?
The tissue paper.
The tissue paper. And
Chicken and the chicken
wi-
wire.
Chicken wire.
Yes, but have you seen they've changed that now? Now they do it in little balls and put it in the chicken wire. So the
Really?
next time you see a homecoming float like at a college, look, they make it in little balls and push it in.
See, learn something else right there.
Yes, yes. And here we have Dawn White, who is our state representative. So glad to see them out today.
Now, that's a pretty good walk for them now for the length of the parade.
It is a nice little walk.
Yeah.
You'd for sure get your steps in on your Fitbit, wouldn't you?
I got mine on.
I've got mine
and
on
it just
too.
told me to get up and move.
Oh. Now, this entry is Mike Sparks, who's also one of our state representatives, but I'll tell you, they love getting to see this truck every year.
Why?
So,
Because it's so big
I guess
and
because
powerful.
it's such a large
Yes,
truck,
sure.
yes.
If you like power, there you go.
There you go. After Mike, you'll get to see one of our newest high schools here in Rutherford County. It's the Stewart's Creek High School Band, and they are so proud to be part of our 43rd annual Smyrna Christmas Parade, and this band is under the direction of Debbie Burton and Michael Chester.
Look at the size of this group. What a band.
Unbelievable.
I've been at football games. We've covered them. First of all, the school was beautiful, and then you get this band and the way they look and the plumes on top. They're doing it the right way. Nice.
And they represented us at the Pearl Harbor Parade.
They did?
They absolutely did a couple of years ago.
Wow.
Let's
Look
take a
at it.
listen to this band.
I'm with you. What a great sound.
Absolutely. Oh. John, 15. And here we have Cecil. Cecil.
Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, met your nose so bright, won't you guide mine sleigh tonight? Then I'll arrange their loving as they shouted out.
Jenny
with
Williams
glee.
from Gill's Ace Hardware. We're always so glad to see them.
Look at that truck.
Now,
Oh,
the tractor that you see here is the Town of Smyrna Food Drive float. And for those of you who don't know, for the past 3 years, we've been asking parade participants to bring canned goods for our Nourish Food Bank. And we've also been asking those of you that are coming to watch the parade to
Howdy, kids. It's Willie Braun with Reckless Kelly. It seems now
bring canned goods for our food bank. So
See-
we wanted us to give back.
there you go. So part of it is the beauty of the parade. Enjoy that. People get their floats and their messages out, but at the same time, you've got a wonderful cause. Good for you.
Absolutely. And I will tell you, we also have a trophy for that. And last year,
Really?
Crylike won the trophy, but I heard Lancaster Christian Academy called them and told them they were coming after that trophy this year.
I like
so
it.
we'll have to see.
I like it. A little competition.
Little competition. Well, this is one of my favorite parts of the parade. It's the Shriners. And for those of you who don't know, they're a fraternity based of fun, fellowship, and the Masonic principles of brotherly love, relief, and truth, with nearly 200 temples or chapters in several countries and thousands of clubs around the world. And the Shriners Hospital for Children was founded in 1922 with the goal of providing expert medical care for children with no financial burden to the patients or the families.
Look at that hot rod. Mmm. Mmm.
Do they still bring out the clowns in the little cars? Have you seen them? I've not seen
I mean,
those
I've
in
seen
years.
some, but it's been, I don't remember the last time, but it seemed to me that every time I've seen them, they've had
They've
them.
had those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at this.
Oh,
See, I like clowns. Some kids get afraid of clowns.
I agree.
Yep.
I
But
agree.
when you are one, you don't worry about
That's
it. So
right.
That's
That's
it.
exactly right.
Look at it. Yeah, he's shaking his hand.
Next, we have our Rutherford County Sheriff's Office float, which features Linus, a Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Ah, classic.
And you know, Linus talks about the meaning of Christmas. His message is about the birth of Christ, and it portrays the ways why Christmas is celebrated around the world. And the angels praised God, saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace and goodwill toward men." And there's our sheriff, Mike Fitzhugh. I'll tell you, Mike does an absolutely wonderful job here in the county. So always glad to see Sheriff Fitzhugh.
Look at the little one on the float. That's so
Oh,
beautiful.
look.
Stands for the right things. That's what Christmas is all about.
I think that's Woodstock.
I guess so.
I
Dressed
think
up
it's
that way, yes.
Woodstock. I
Of
think
course.
he is dressed as Woodstock. What a great float.
I want to sing, but it won't sound very good if I do.
And then we have the Mounted Patrol Division of the Sheriff's Department as well. We see them a lot at the ball games and parades. It sure is nice to know they're always here to keep us safe.
Well, I love the animals, and for them to be able to handle them, and when they show up, I mean, they attract people, and at the same time, it's kind of an imposing figure. So it's a lot of things, a lot of tradition, and it's beautiful that they take good care of them. Here we go. Ba, 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 ba.
Here we have the American Legion Post 288, and they serve veterans in the Smyrna area. They sponsor or support various youth activities such as the American Legion Boys State, Law Enforcement Officer of the Year Award, Firefighter of the Year Award, American Legion Oracle Contest, American Legion Baseball, and the Eagle Scout nominations, and they love serving our community.
Got a float full.
There you go. I love seeing all ages.
I do too. The older ones are saying, hang on, kid, and the younger one is saying, let me at it.
Now here's Azalea Court, the assisted living by Americans in Smyrna, Tennessee, and Miss Misty is driving the bus.
Is
Misty
she?
and I grew up together.
Really?
And she does a wonderful job there at Azalea Court.
She's waving.
She sure is. And it's our person-centered approach to care that puts residents and their families at the heart of everything they do. Families throughout Rutherford County have trusted us for quality assistant living for years. And here we have Nissan. They began production 34 years ago when this little white pickup you see here rolled off the line
my
June
goodness, you're right.
16th, 1983. Since then, the town plan has built more than 12 million cars, trucks, and SUVs. They build vehicles that are exported to 60 foreign markets around the world, from Argentina to Zimbabwe. And they employ 10,000 people who work to build 600,000 vehicles each year. That's one rolling off the line every 30 seconds.
It's just amazing. And I told you, when we fly in a helicopter to cover high school football, we'll go over the plant, and it's just amazing how many cars are out there and the size of that. So that's been magnificent. And I can't believe it's been that many years. It seemed like yesterday, the big announcement, we all got excited about them coming.
Yes.
Look at those cars. They've gotten changed now over the years. You're being pointed at.
I am. That time I don't think it was a bad point.
Okay.
Though. I'm used to getting a bad point, not a good pointed at. Oh, look at that one. That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
I like to hear the motor.
Uh-huh.
Busy sidewalk, resting
That's nice.
Whew.
And here comes our food drive winners from last year. And I
Oh,
know
there you go.
this year they put in 1,750 non-perishable items because we picked them
Really?
up yesterday.
Oh,
so
my
we'll have to
goodness.
see if there's someone who can beat that.
Wow.
They are involved in our community in so many different ways.
That's revolving on top there, too.
Yes.
he's busy now because
They say they hope the elves enjoy their experience of Christmas around the world. Here's our Smyrna Parks and Recreation Volunteer of the Year participants. Riding on the float this year are the 2017 Volunteer of the Year recipients and their families. The Kenneth Kuhn Victory Lifetime Service Award is Mike Allen, a longtime volunteer with Smyrna Recreation Leagues, including Smyrna Youth Football and North Rutherford Soccer. Also a longtime member of the Smyrna High School Quarterback Club, in which his father was a founding member. Then you also have the Young Leader of the Year, Sydney Sane, a senior at Smyrna High School, and she will be receiving a $500 scholarship check sponsored by our SAMA, which is our Smyrna Independence Merchants. Our Coach of the Year that was on the float is Jason Spence with Smyrna Baseball League, and the Parent of the Year, Sonia Lee, also from Smyrna Baseball League.
You've got a magnificent baseball organization here.
absolutely-
Oh,
We
it's
have,
strong.
you know, all of our leagues do a great job, and they're all volunteer organizations, and they're what keep our community going in regards to sports. Couldn't do it without them.
No.
And here we have the bridge at Hickory Woods, which most of us know is just over the line right outside of Laverne as you go out on Murfreesboro Road,
Okay.
right to the right. And it's an assisted living option for active seniors looking for a resort-style community to call home. I'll tell you, I've been down to call bingo down there before.
Have you really?
I have.
Oh, that can get brutal. You got to
It
be
can
careful with
be.
it, can it?
And the prizes, they go after them. They go after them. So
That looks like we're in San Francisco.
it does. Look at the one with Rudolph's nose on.
Oh, yeah.
Next, we have Dance with Stacy, and as they celebrate their 26th anniversary
Ooh.
being in business. They say they always look forward to their performance in the Smyrna Christmas Parade, and they're dancing to Little Drummer Boy. You want to get out there with them? You can get your steps.
That's all I can do to hold myself back. That's it.
Surprised you didn't hear this in the Bible. I'm so tight, I might go psycho. Christmas time, so here's a recital. I'm so bad like Michael. I know I'm still young, but I go. Stupid, love like Cupid. I'm the drummer boy, so dope. Very nice.
That's a new version of Little Drummer Boy, isn't it?
I have not heard it. It's pretty cool.
It is.
Bringing their own music with them, aren't they?
I think that's the party bus.
The party.
The party bus.
Gotcha.
And here we have the Girl Scouts of Middle Tennessee. You know, for more than a century, the Girl Scouts have provided girls in grades K through 12 an opportunity to grow and develop new skills and make lifelong friendships. And these young ladies sure look like they are having a good time.
I love the people that stay involved with that as well, and the young girls that go through it. Same with the Boy Scouts on the other side. It's just different. It's a throwback to some different principles and integrities that are just great to learn.
Absolutely. They say they have over 40 troops and 400 girls and 150 adults participating in local troops from Smyrna to Laverne.
Wow, good for them.
I agree.
And the people that work with them, they have to be specially screened to make sure they're the right folks with the right spirit about them, and then all good things can happen. You know, these folks right in front of our podium, what a haul, because the parade starts here, so they get the first of all the candy.
That's exactly right.
You
have to be strategic about it if you want the good
gotcha.
candy.
Is that right?
The
Little
good candy.
strategery? I got you.
That's exactly right.
Gotcha. All right.
You know, maybe we need to put a book together about that. The strategy of parades.
Strategy. I'd never thought about that, but you're right. Because they brought their own bags, their own buckets.
Now, here we have one of the best groups in the town of Smyrna. This is our Smyrna Senior Citizen Center group. And there's Miss Fran. Miss Fran.
Uh-oh, she's bringing us some.
Oh, she always
great.
does, Miss Fran. Thank you. This is an active group. Bingo, bridge, ceramics, watercoloring, creative writing, and travel. They love to travel. You can follow them on Facebook and see what a great time they're always having. And age 55 and older, and they welcome you to join them at 100 Rake Street right here in Smyrna.
Well, I might be a new recruit coming right there. I could be good in knitting, couldn't I?
You could be.
You think so?
You could be.
Put me on cleanup duty.
I've been over to talk to their group quite a bit. Line dancing, they do line
Do
dancing.
they really?
They do all sorts of stuff. Here we have Tomlin Automotive, and Tomlin Automotive is always nice enough to let us use their parking lot here, and they're always involved in the community.
Yeah, that's nice of them, because this is a perfect spot right
Oh, it
here for
is.
them to be able to let you do that.
There's the old Grinch coming out of the chimney. I don't think he's going to steal the fun today, do
No,
you?
no, doesn't look like it.
I don't think so.
He's even
either.
waving.
He is.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
See, now the young fella on that Jeep, I'd look good in that outfit.
That must be Elf on the Shelf.
Oh, I got you. Well, see?
There you go. So it's Elf on the Jeep.
And the shoes, it's a great outfit.
It is. Do you think he had to be paid to get in that outfit?
I don't know. He might love it.
He might. Here we have the Gold Wing floats,
look at
which the
these.
Winging Christmas Around the World. This entry is a contingent of motorcycles from the Stones River Wings, and this is a Chapter E of the International Gold Wing Road Riders Association. They have become one of the more active motorcycle groups in Tennessee, and their members consist mostly of residents from Smyrna and Murfreesboro.
Look at these. These are something here.
They are nice bikes.
I've always been interested in the three-wheelers. That'd probably be the way I'd go, just because it's a little easier to cruise in them. And
Have you
they're
ever
not
been a motorcycle rider?
No, I've been on the back end of some and ridden that way, but no. I've been telling my wife I'd like to get a little moped or something. She said, nope, you'd wind up in a hospital somewhere. You got to know what you're doing. Now look at this, with a little trailer in the back. He's got it.
Our Vice Mayor, Mark Adkins, rides motorcycles
Oh, does
quite
he?
often. Over into Gatlinburg to Florida, long distance.
If you've done it for a while, I think it's fabulous.
Absolutely.
You know, you're so right. Oh, these vehicles. What? I don't even know what they're called.
I don't know what that's
I see a
called
few of
either.
them out now. 3 wheels with the one in the back, but it's a car. Come back and see me in January. Now, when they get on the highway and they all start going somewhere on an outing, that's pretty impressive.
It sure is. You know, and so many of the organizations are so giving and always willing to give back. They say their motto is friends for fun, safety, and knowledge. And I think not only on their behalf, but ours as well, that we need to be aware when we see motorcycle riders on the road.
Great point. Boy, there's some fabulous.
So here we have Lancaster Christian Academy, which is located in the heart of Smyrna and is the city's largest private school option with over 600 students 6 weeks through 12th grade. And I'll tell you, this school has 7 total entries in the parade this year.
Really?
They go all out. And I know that they picked up the phone and they called Cry-Like to let them know they were coming for them this year on the food drive.
You said that already. I like that.
Yes.
All right, well, their arms are going to be waving those little pom-poms a long time. And how about carrying the globe behind them?
I think every grade
Has something.
participates in the parade.
See, that's a great thing for the school. They all kind of unify on something like this. Now let's go out there and win it.
That's exactly right. And you know what else? It's memories. They'll remember this
Yes.
forever, forever. As a matter of fact, growing up, the tree that sits behind us, I can remember being decorated, and that was the tree we would turn on as the Christmas tree in the city.
Oh, really?
It was. Remember with those old glass
Oh.
colored lights?
Yes, yes. If you just looked at them wrong, they'd blink
They
out.
would,
Yeah.
or break.
Or break.
Yes. Oh, look at the penguins.
Look, okay. Very nice. All these different themes. Yeah. I know about penguins.
Ah. Look at all the different countries on each one of the floats that they're
That's
representing.
the whole theme.
That's
Christmas around
exactly
the world, like
right.
you said.
They put a lot of thought into theirs. Lancaster is celebrating their 20th year this year, and they also have an early learning center, which was recognized top in the state. Let's see if it tells what ages. I don't see what ages it has right now, but from a very early age till 12th grade, you can be involved at Lancaster, right here in the heart of Smyrna.
Now look at that. That's from Africa, obviously.
Yes. Do you want to name the animal?
Wildebeest or something? What?
Ah.
Do you know?
Gazelle, maybe?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'll say we're both right.
Yeah.
It's a mixture.
Someone will clarify for us. I mean,
I'm
we ought to know
sure.
this.
And then we have the snowmen and women.
Ah, here are the kilts, the boys with the kilts. Good thing it's not a breezy day.
Do you think they had to do a lot of talking to them to get them to do that?
Yeah, a certain amount. No, if they all do it together as a group,
Then it's okay.
Then it's okay.
Then it's cool.
You name one guy and say, I want you to wear a kilt. Nope.
No way.
Nope.
Oh, and the girls are the basketball players.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
What a change. That's so good. Way to go, guys. Now we look like we're getting Russian or something here.
I think you may be right. Oh, it's the Queen. See the Queen waving? See, she's
Oh,
waving
the beef
to
eaters.
us.
Of course. Oh. It's the good.
Do you think that?
I think
do
she
you
had-
think that
It's the
Prince,
real.
his new fiance, might be here too?
I thought she'd be busier than that. Well,
She may
nice
be
of her to
wedding
come.
planning.
Nice, very nice. Looking over. You've got a beautiful center over here.
There you go.
That's very good. Look at her.
That is good.
That's good makeup.
Oh, and look, here's the younger elves.
Look at the little bunch.
What do you think would happen if we threw a handful of candy in there? Do you think they'd be scrambling?
Elbows and scrambling.
I think. Oh, look at that, Rudy! You need a suit like that next year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could wear it once. Look at him. He could be a boxing promoter.
There you go. He
Nice
may be
look.
if we throw candy in there.
Yeah. Look at the little guys.
So
That's
here's
great.
our guys' basketball. Oh, nope, soccer. Oh, soccer and basketball.
That school has gone all out. This is still
They
Lancaster,
sure
right?
have Lancaster.
Good for them.
Ooh, look look at this float. They've sure done a good job with this one.
Oh, wow. Now, what are they? Got a little snow coming out?
Little snow.
Great effort on their part. Way to go, Lancaster Academy.
Next, we have Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and they were started on the campus of Howard University in 1908, and it's the first African-American sorority with over 290,000 members.
Great history.
So glad to have them here today.
Oh, there's my song.
And here we have the Stones River FC 05-06 Rapids, which are a group of 11 and 12-year-old boys that play competitive soccer. And they've had a very successful season by finishing as Division III state champions, and they competed in 5 tournaments and medaled in all 5.
Isn't it amazing how soccer has grown, or at least the knowledge of it here in this community now, with potentially the MLS coming in here, that stadium and as well. There's a whole different world. Beautiful.
And here we have Cub Scout Pack 482, which is Trinity Christian Church sponsors. And this pack is 31 boys 1st through 5th grade from Stewartsboro Elementary. And I have to tell you, I think this is the group my buddy Connor Williams is in, who goes to David Jury School.
He's in there somewhere?
I think he was in there somewhere. He invited me to come read to his class this year. We had such a good time. This looks like Smyrna Youth Bulldogs cheerleaders. So always have to have the cheerleaders cheering on the team. They take great pride in the town and in Smyrna Bulldog football. Did you play youth football?
Nope, didn't. It was too cold. I grew up in Wisconsin. I'm not playing up there.
I don't blame you a bit.
Yeah.
I cheered, but we didn't all cheer for the Bulldogs then. I cheered for the Falcons.
Oh, okay.
The Falcons.
I don't think they'd invented youth football yet when I was that young age.
Did they wear leather helmets when you were here?
Yep, them high top sneakers or shoes. Yes. Whoa.
No parade would be, we wouldn't have a parade without the train coming through. It's such a part of our community.
He wants to say hello.
That's right.
I'm getting in the parade.
There you go. And here we have the SRFC 06 Lady Rapids, and they're a select soccer team of 13 girls ages 12 and under. So glad to have the girls out today.
I've gotten to love the soccer more and more because it teaches them coordination, the kids play, and the teamwork and all of that put together. So it's just wonderful the way that sport is growing.
And here we have Smyrna Middle School FCA, which started in 2016-2017 with only 6 members. And today they have 82 members and are still growing strong.
Good for them.
I agree. This is a student-led organization with a vision to see the world impacted by Jesus through the influence of coaches and athletes. It's always nice to see an organization get started up and watch it grow.
Yes. All right, we've got the Smyrna softball, girls softball team coming in, a slow pitch softball league. They can offer seasons in the spring and the fall of each year at the Volunteer Park, as well as with the Smyrna Travelers that play travel ball during the summer, right? They're great.
They do. I played on the Smyrna Travel
Did
team
you?
when I was young.
You were that good?
Well, I don't know if I was that good, but we made, I played outfield, and we made a trip to Kansas in a school bus.
Oh, in a school bus.
In a school bus. Let me tell you, it was a little warm in that school bus. But we have great memories.
Oh, you'll never forget it.
Never forget it. Never forget it.
Here they come.
Oh, Rudy,
Bounce
this is
around.
us.
I like
This is us, Bubble Ball of Nashville. It was established in 2014, and it creates the ultimate entertainment for adults and kids. The bubble ball actually allows you to be inside the inflatable ball with your legs exposed to play soccer and other activities. I'll be honest, I don't know that I could stay standing. I would probably always end up on
I've just
my
seen
back.
it like at a Predators game, you know, where they try to do it on ice. I think it's a great thing. Just smack each other. Yeah. Boing.
There you go. You know what? Maybe the council all needs to get in those for the next council meeting.
There you go. There you go. You just say, y'all settle it yourselves
That's
out there.
exactly
Bang.
right.
And then we've got to hear the Smyrna youth football team, the B Purple. This team dominated 2017. They were 10-1 in 3 different titles they got. They got the preseason champs, the TYFA champs, and the Bear Bowl champs. So they're tough.
You know, this is our youth football is something that we're very proud of here in Smyrna. They're always dominant. And here we have the Smyrna CB Fire Rescue and EMS Unit, which was formed in 1963 as a citizen band radio organization helping out in emergency situations. We always appreciate them.
You don't think of them that much until all of a sudden something happens on the water, and boy, they're needed. So good folks.
Absolutely. This looks like our new school, Rocky Fork Middle.
Oh,
We have Rocky Fork Middle School softball. This school just opened this year.
oh my.
Yes, so glad to see them.
You start an athletic team at a brand new school, and it's like the front door to the school. The kids all get excited. It puts the spirit together with them, so good for them.
You know, it's a 2-story building with over 110 classrooms.
What?
I know, can you imagine?
No.
I know,
I
unbelievable.
went to grade school. In one class, we had three grades in one class. And we had a stove and, yeah, well, what am I?
And you walked uphill both ways?
Yeah, both ways.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Here we have the First Presbyterian Church, which
Now-
was established in 1810 and is now 207 years old.
Wow.
Its first location was where the golf course currently is. And actually, the town of Smyrna got its name from the nearby church, Smyrna Presbyterian Church, now which is their church, when the railroad stop in the town was established. So they are so proud to be the church that was the town was named for.
200 years old. My goodness.
Look at
Rocket
that
Heating
one.
and Air just went by, so that was
Look
some
at
good
this
folks
little
there.
one getting his candy.
Is he? Oh, yes.
He's having a good, oh, look at them. They're all having a good time, aren't they?
Mama, can I have it all, and then I'll stay wired up all day?
And all in short sleeves.
All in-
1st of December and we're in short
I
sleeves.
know.
Tennessee weather. Here we have Rocket Heating and Air. They opened their doors in July of 2017 and are very excited to be part of this community. And you know what? We're glad to have them.
There you go. That's followed by Motlow State Community College, right?
It is. And I'll tell you, Motlow is where my son Parker is finishing up his last semester.
Oh,
and
good.
Motlow is such a blessing for us here in this community. They have over 2,000 students. The nice thing is it might not be your traditional student that's coming right out of high school. It could be that adult that's going back to school, which is so important.
I think that's become more and more important because people are now, I don't have the time, I want to get selective to what I want to do, and all of a sudden, boom, these kind of schools really offer it. So I think they're great. They're a trend.
Absolutely. Here we have JV Window Cleaning. And they've been in business for 2 years in Smyrna and serve the Middle Tennessee area. They clean residential and commercial businesses by John Vaughn, who has 18 years experience in window cleaning. Next, we have Smyrna Fast Pitch. You know, Fast Pitch is the way things are kind of moving now, playing it in high school, and you get to watch it on TV now with the Girls College World Series.
I loved watching the College World Series, women playing in that. I played some fast pitch softball when I was in the service. Loved it there as well. So I'm glad more and more of that is catching on.
Well, and Daddy and Parker have gone to the College World Series, said they loved it. It is one of the most interesting, fast-paced
Now you're
games
talking
they've seen.
softball now.
Softball.
Yeah,
yes,
yes,
they've been
yes.
to the fast, they've been to the softball and to the baseball both, but
Okay.
they went to the softball and really enjoyed it.
This year I watched more than I'd ever watched before and really got into it. So I'm with you there. But to be there in person's got to be pretty sharp.
Can you imagine standing at home plate and watching that ball come at you that fast?
You got to start swinging, but just before they even release the
Release it.
ball.
That's
Yes,
right.
yeah, they're great. Well, they worked that out, didn't they?
They sure did. It's always great to see the Laverne High School dance team. And this is their first time ever participating in an outside of school event as a team, and they're so excited to be in our parade. And guys, we're glad to have you. We hope to see you back next time. Oh,
Here comes a big,
Stewartsboro.
there you go, big bunch. This is Archery Choir Pep Club, excited to join us this year. Their float is their interpretation of Christmas around the world. So,
Isn't it nice to see an elementary school out in the parade?
yeah. Ooh.
This is what I think living in Smyrna is all about, is getting out and enjoying an event like this and seeing kids from the elementary school or the senior citizens or businesses old and new, whether you're a 200-year-old church or a brand new business, out participating.
Yep, that's what draws everybody together. They'll remember that. You're right.
Absolutely. And we have Skyworks equipment rental, and it's a family-owned and operated business that values and treats their employees like part of the family. They're based out of Buffalo, New York, with branches in 6 states, including Knoxville and Nashville. So if you need a lift, call Skyworks Equipment Rental.
Those things are pretty cool. We've
They
needed
are.
them for some of the work that we've done television-wise, and boy, they go up a long way, and they've got to be a sturdy base, so that's a good service there.
Are you scared of heights?
It depends to some degree. You know, I mean, I've gone skydiving.
That's what I was going to say. I saw where you said one of your
Yeah.
favorite things was skydiving.
I've done that, but somehow that's got a parachute and you go out. But I was in the Grand Canyon going through it with my daughter a couple of weeks ago, and I couldn't go to the edge. I said, what has happened to me? You know, of course, I didn't have a chute or anything. I think I've become a wimp. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so when you were getting ready to jump out of that plane,
No,
do you
every-
even have a thought?
No, you get all gung-ho because everybody's kind of whoo, and they're all into rah-rah of it, and you just jump out. And that first couple of seconds is like, ooh, your stomach goes, and then after that, it's like a dog sticking his head out a car window.
Yes.
It's just a lot of hot air fast coming at you in a hurry.
Here we have Middle Tennessee Dentistry. Here comes Santa Floss.
Oh, I got you.
The team at Middle
I
Tennessee
gotcha.
Dentistry is here to remind you to have yourself a merry little checkup before your dental benefits run out for the end of the year. Cleanings, crowns, dentures, implants, whatever your dental needs are, they're here to serve you.
After all this candy, they might be doing some boom business here.
They might. You may
Look at
be
the
exactly
t-shirts,
right.
sweatshirts.
With
They
the
got
teeth
bowlers.
on. Oh, and look, they have Santa hats on.
Oh yeah, there you
Isn't
go.
that cute? It seems like
What?
the crowd is getting closer and closer to the floats. I guess they're wanting more and more candy.
The ones in front of us here could open up a candy store.
They could. I agree.
Yeah, because everybody gets them. It's the ones at the end that I'm waiting for. Say, wait a
That's
minute.
right.
Where's
Where's
mine?
mine?
Where's mine?
Christina's Dance Center offers quality dance training at affordable prices. They have a variety of classes for ages 3 and up. I would hate to be that teacher for 3-year-olds to keep that attention. Oh. Can you imagine? Little tough. So the children that are down beside us are even beginning to get selective about their candy. They must have quite a bit.
So one, you're right. So one kid waits. No, I want the next one. No, what do you got for me? Oh man,
My brother can have that piece.
that's it.
And here we have Image Orthodontics, and they have several locations in the Middle Tennessee area to accommodate all communities. And the doctor prides himself on making treatment affordable and available to anyone in need. Image Orthodontics, they're making smiles happen. I think there's lots of smiles today. Herbie the dentist elf, kind of looks like Herbie.
Herbie the dentist elf. All right,
Has Herbie visited you?
not Herbie. I think his sister,
His sister.
yeah, Nadine.
Henrietta. Nadine.
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 Yeah. What do I know? Here they come. The Cub Scout pack, right?
Yes. They are made up of 7 to 21-year-olds, and they meet at the Smyrna First United Methodist Church and enjoy camping, hiking, and summer camp. They do all sorts of things throughout the year.
You know what? I can still remember. At my age, I was in that, and I can still remember some of the knots that we did. I can remember the camping trips. I do remember one time we went on a camping trip. My mother gave me a can of beans, and I opened it up, and then I decided I'd want to eat it, and I pushed the lid back on it and put it back down into my backpack, and it spilled everywhere. I wasn't a real smart kid, but I was a part of the group.
Do you eat canned beans today after that experience?
Well, I usually, if I open them, I usually go ahead and finish them.
And finish them
Yeah,
now. You've
yeah.
gotten a little
I've
smarter
learned that
in your
part.
age.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't right bright.
Yes. Here we have Parks Real Estate, Bob Parks Realty. We all know that he's a huge supporter in all the communities that he's in. And today we have Andy Van Meter with us, I think. They're Parks Real Estate, been in for over 40 years, and they're a community leader in the real estate industry. In 2016, Park agents donated more than 11,000 hours and 184,000 supporting families here in Middle Tennessee.
Goodness.
Quite a bit.
That's a commitment. But that'll connect you to the community. You get your business because people appreciate and think you're there willing to help them.
Absolutely.
There they go. That's followed by
Davey Estes. You see Davey's face on his new truck?
Like
Davey
it?
and I actually went to school together.
Really?
Well, he goes by David now. I
Yeah,
forget.
yeah,
You know
I
how
forget.
it changed. It went from Davey to David.
yeah,
Yes.
I can see that.
So he probably knows if somebody's calling him Davey. We've known him for quite a while.
To ride around with a truck with your picture
With
on the
your
side.
picture
I
on
like
it.
his haircut though. See, my wife won't let me grow a goatee. I don't
No
know why.
goatee?
No, all right. She just, and so I say yes, ma'am.
Here we have Martin Heating and Cooling and Plumbing, and they say they're the best choice for all your heating, air conditioning, and plumbing needs for your home or business. They take pride in our excellence in customer service, making each customer a lifelong customer, one customer at a time. And my, oh my, have they worked on their float. Look at that gingerbread house.
That is nice. That took
Isn't
a lot
that
of work.
nice? It sure did. I'll tell you, that's an event we do here in the town that books up immediately. Our Parks and Recreation Department does it, and we do gingerbread house building at our SOAC Center. You got to see
Yes.
our SOAC
Oh, I love
Center.
that center.
It is unbelievable, and families get to come, and everything's there for them, and they prepare the gingerbread house and get to take it home with them.
I mean, you talk about a real gingerbread.
real gingerbread
Oh,
house.
I have a cousin who's a baker who once brought me one, and the smell of gingerbread is just magnificent. Oh,
Makes you think of the holiday
yes,
immediately.
yes.
Here we have Faded University Barber College, and it's owned and operated in Smyrna and located right on Front Street. Their mission is to change the lives of others using barbering as the vehicle by which we will motivate those who wish to become professionals.
There you go.
There you go.
You know, my barber used to charge me for a hunting license just to find something to cut. He did. And I said, enough of that. I'm going to get me my own little thing and put a little number one clipper on it. Yeah, do it
Yes.
myself. I've saved a lot of money.
Okay, I forget what those are called. What are those things called?
What are they?
Hoverboards? Hoverboards?
John, what do you think? What are
Hoverboards?
those little things called again?
Hoverboards.
Hoverboards, all right.
You think
I
you
was
could
thinking
ride
segways, but those are the
The
bigger
big
ones.
ones.
Yeah.
You think you could ride one?
Sure, eventually. I mean, what are you laughing at?
I'm just not sure I've got that much balance anymore.
You don't remember when they used to burn up and say there was concerns
Yes,
about them?
'cause you couldn't take 'em on airplanes or
I haven't
anything.
heard about that anymore. They're doing much better now. So
And here we have Air Max, who has over 20 years experience in the heating and cooling business, and they're so proud to be part of our Smyrna community.
that's the way to ride. Got a nice chair there.
I almost didn't see Santa in the back with his camouflage.
Is that the real Santa? No, maybe not.
I think he is
He's-
a decoy for the one coming at the
Yeah,
end.
he's got the camo on. I can
got the
hardly see
camo
him.
on.
Hardly see him.
He does. Now, I think the lady on the float has the right idea. Look, she's like,
Yeah.
you all get out and walk, and I'll just ride. I think that's the best job.
I'd have to mix them. Do a little walking, do a little riding.
Uh-huh. Here we
Zoom.
have Zoom Auto Finance.
All right. Rolling billboards.
Rolling billboard.
Look at this old truck.
Oh, wow. This is Robin Eads Gentry for her circuit court clerk here in Rutherford County. She's had 3 decades of experience in the circuit court clerk's office, and she's running for the clerk's post. And she retired recently after 30 years.
Look at the dog. Oh, sitting there.
Oh,
Wonderful. That's a
look.
classic
That
truck.
sure is. I don't think I've ever seen one like that.
A truck? No.
No, like that. Like
Nope.
the.
No. I don't know if they've rebuilt it or if that's the way it was initially done. I guess that used to be a hauler back then.
I guess.
All right, here comes Debbie's School of Dance. That's my kind of people right
It
there.
sure is. They are introducing the love of dance to children 2 years to adults, and they've been in business for over 31 years. And their studio competes in national competitions at locations such as Disney World, Universal Studios,
Wow.
SeaWorld, Six Flags, and the upcoming performance in New York City at the Peach Bowl halftime show.
My daughters still laugh. They say when they were about 5 or 6 years old, I used to give them dance lessons in the living room. I was terrible. These little girls are great. Look
They
at them.
sure are. Imagine the memories they made
Oh,
going
yeah.
to those events.
And don't they love wearing their little tutus?
And you know what? I bet they don't have to ride a school bus.
No, you got a point there. You have a point.
Look how cute. So next we have Smyrna Divine Wine and Spirits, and they are Smyrna's first packaged liquor store, and they pride themselves on outstanding customer service. Looks like they've got the Hummer all decorated
Got
up.
that Hummer. I got a chance to drive one of the old military Hummers when they first came out. Wow, that was it was power. We went through fields and up and down things. I'm always fascinated by it. I'll never get one. Now, the car behind it is a 55 Chevy. I went to my high school prom in a 56 that was the same color, my dad's car. At the time, like the girl I was taking to, she thought it was an old car. Now I wish I had it. you know?
Yes. And this is Tony Campbell Towing
Yes.
and Bail Bonding, which provide assistance 24 hours a day. So whether you need your vehicle towed or to get out of jail,
There you go.
Tony can help you with both.
See, I know how to disconnect the odometer on that because my dad would say you can only go about 20 miles. So I disconnected, and I'd go find a cute little girl, and we'd go on a date, and I'd come back and reconnect it. Now, don't tell my dad.
I won't tell.
Okay.
I won't tell. I think that might be illegal today.
It's just, I don't think you can even do it today.
Ooh, what was that? The chicken?
Yeah.
The,
Oh yeah. Here's your
it
ride
was.
right here.
It
Yeah.
was. But the only thing is, I can't ride in a limousine because I get car sick, so I have to ride in the front.
Oh my goodness. I'd force myself to ride in the back of that. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I always like to drive. Always like to drive.
Tony Campbell's. Oh, that's a nice rig.
It sure
Very
is.
nice. Yeah, we were just talking about a tow truck being towed. That's different.
Looks like Tony's got another nice ride here at the end.
See, I love the old cars. Back then, every year you knew exactly the difference between a Ford and a Chevy, and now most of them look alike.
They do.
Yeah, yeah.
They do.
Take some of the classicness out of them. Put 4 on the floor on that. Well, I don't know. It looks like a 55 again. Yeah. No, it's not 6. 6 has got a different kind of lights in the back.
We have car shows down on Front Street a couple of times a year, and it sure is nice to go out and see those old cars, but to see and listen to the stories that the owners tell you, they sure take care of them.
Keep them around. Yes, do the work
Yeah.
with them. Oh. Got that horse horsepower.
Uh-huh. I think the kids in the back are having a good time, don't
Always.
you?
Yeah, that's real
Look.
thrill. Oh, I'm on TV.
There they are.
It's like you said before, they're recording this, so they'll get home tonight and say, there I am.
There I am. And ask everybody at school tomorrow, did you see me? Did you see me?
Yeah.
Next, we have the Flower Pot, who's been in business for 16 years here in Smyrna. They love our community and love being part of its activities. They've always had a desire to be a part of the Christmas parade, so this year they are.
Nice. A lot of color.
Uh-huh.
And next we've got our Cub Scout pack, 1001, right?
I think
Is
you're
that the
right.
right way to say it? Otherwise
And
it'd be
they're-
1001, but
I think
1001.
you're right. And they're located at Stewart's Creek, in the Stewart's Creek area in Smyrna, and it's comprised of boys in grades 1 through 5 who together with their parents develop essential character traits, physical fitness, and civic responsibility.
I have so much respect for the men and women that are leaders in these packs, who spend their time with these kids.
Absolutely.
I'm on TV, look at me.
So here we have Cedar Grove Elementary PTO coming up next, and they are a support organization for Cedar Grove Elementary, which is a school here in Smyrna that actually our town manager, Harry Gill, was the first principal at
Really?
Cedar Grove. He was. This group is comprised of parents, grandparents, and other family members of students in grades pre-K through 5, and they're fundraising for large projects such as playground equipment and technology improvement that are big goals each year. I'll tell you, as a former teacher, these groups are so important because not everything that comes from county money can fund everything you need at a school, and so those individuals that are out raising money for us make a huge difference.
Well put, well put. They're followed by the Smyrna Baseball League that's very proud to accept all children between the ages of 3 and 18 into their baseball family. You've got spring registration that's now available. It's online and in-person registration as well. Will begin on January of 2018, so sign them up.
I'll tell you, we're in the process of getting a new park built here in Smyrna because our baseball league is growing so quick.
I've known of it forever. As long as I've been in Nashville, it's always here. Anytime you talk about the Smyrna League, you talk about the power and what they do for the kids. So you guys doing it the right way.
And here we have Gary Barnes in his 1978 Pontiac Trans Am.
Just listen to it. There's some horsepower.
He says when he was 16 years old, he got this car, and he has been the only owner.
Wow, he's taking care of it. You're curious how many miles he's on it.
I wonder if he knows how to roll back the odometer.
No, it's not important anymore.
Maybe
I was-
you can teach him that.
I was an amateur delinquent. You know, just borderline.
And here we have Grace Missionary Baptist Church, and they've been around for over 50 years. Winifred Warren is the pastor, and they have several ministries within the church, such as ushers, mothers, deacons, choir, dance, and children's ministry. And their pastor is also a chaplain, one of the chaplains for our Smyrna Police Department.
Oh, good.
Our chaplains do such a wonderful job for our police department. It's a job
And
that
needed.
absolutely needed, absolutely needed.
That's great. Put the right spirit inside of these kids, and they're out there walking. Proud to be a part of it. Good for them. There you go. Walk at that camera and smile.
You know what? Here's my my friend Connor. Connor is in pack 842, and you know what? There he is. He's carrying the banner.
Oh, good.
There he is.
Now, which one's Connor?
Connor's the one on the right-hand side with
Okay.
the glasses. He's waving
He's
at
waving
us.
us. Gotcha.
He made sure to text me this morning to let me know he was going to be in the parade.
Well, you're on TV, Connor.
He is. You know what? Connor came and did our pledge for us at our council meeting. We allow individuals from the community that want to come be a part of our council meetings to come in. We have a lot of kids or groups that'll come do the pledge, and Connor came and did the
He
pledge
wasn't
for
nervous?
us.
He wasn't nervous?
Let me tell you, not only was he not nervous, he got up there and spoke in front of the council and did an excellent job. I was a little bit afraid he might take over my job.
That's wonderful.
So he did a great job. I was so proud of him.
I can understand that. Good for them. They learn all kinds of good things, from the camping to hiking to science to technology, all the things that set the stage for the rest of their lives.
And you know what? One of our goals as a council is to have a community that from the time you're born or the time you move in, that you want to stay and you want to raise your family here. And as children, you want to stay in this community and come back and continue to be a part of it.
Well,
So,
I'm going to tell you, just being this parade does a good deal of that.
Absolutely.
Because you grow up. If you come back each year, it becomes a natural part. Like you, this is
That's right.
for you is as natural as anything to be here.
absolutely. Here we have Wilson Bank and Trust, and they're proud to be celebrating Christmas around the world right here in the town of Smyrna. Holiday traditions are wonderful, and they encourage everyone to spend time together and make beautiful memories throughout the holiday season and beyond. Their float sure looks nice, doesn't it?
Nice. That took some work.
It sure did.
The little girl sitting in the front there on the side. Very cute. And we've got Steve Reynolds for U.S. Congress. He's running for Congress to represent Rutherford County, where he's lived for 30 years. You know Steve?
I have met Steve a couple of times. I
There you go.
have.
He's from He's from Tennessee. He's from this area, and he's for Tennessee.
I think it's important for any person that's running for office to get out and meet their constituents, or the ones that possibly could be their constituents. So it's nice to see so many of them here today.
I have a lot of respect for you guys, because I couldn't run for office because I wouldn't know the answers to questions. So,
You know what the best answer is when you don't know?
What?
To tell them you don't know.
Really?
That's exactly
Can you get away
right.
with that?
You can, and just find the answer out.
Okay.
For 'em. Do a little research.
All right. Good, honest
Here we
answer.
have Cub Scout Pack 640. And they're a part of the Trail of Tears District of Middle Tennessee Council of the Boy Scouts of America, and they are fed from John Coleman and Cedar Grove Elementary School. John Coleman's a school I used to teach at.
Did you?
When I first
What
started
grade did you
school.
teach?
Taught kindergarten. I loved
Oh,
it.
they still love you in
Oh,
kindergarten.
they love you in kindergarten. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of employees that were my kindergarten students, which makes me feel significantly old.
See, I've been here so long, I get the people that are now 50 years old saying, I've watched you since I was a little kid. And I'm going, thanks a lot, buddy. But it's one of the joys, though, isn't it, to see them
It
grow
is.
up.
Oh, it is. It is. And to know you had any small part of their life.
And don't
is
count them out,
rewarding.
because I was one of those, you probably have to put me on Prozac or something. I was such an ADD kid, but then you never know what'll happen. So you've
don't.
got to stay with them and believe in them. Good for you.
Absolutely. So here we have Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Rutherford County Alumni Chapter, and it is a private, nonprofit organization whose local purpose is to provide assistance and support through the established programs in local communities throughout the world. And the Rutherford County chapter was chartered in 1985, and since then they've worked to bring a positive change and influence in the community. So we're glad to have them with us today.
Oh, I tell you, those are some sweet motorcycles. Those
sure
are
are.
not inexpensive. That's
No.
quite an investment. Man. And again, if they go out with a group and there's about 50 or 60 of them, down the road, very nice.
They make a statement, don't
Yes.
they?
Look at the size of that. Hop on,
I
hop
don't know.
off.
Have you seen that in Nashville?
No, I sure
not
have.
either. Do you know what? There are so many cool new things
Mm-hmm.
in Nashville now. So it's so nice to be able to hop on the interstate and go to Nashville and see some of the new sights and things to do.
I have never seen a bus
I
like that
haven't
here
either.
locally. It's like we're in England or something.
It sure does.
Well, they've got it painted up right, so I'm sure things are going. Kind of behind them, we've got Tire World, right?
And they're a local hometown tire and auto repair center that's been serving the community of Rutherford County for the last 44 years.
Now you're talking.
You sure are. And they welcome you to come by their Smyrna, Murfreesboro, or Laverne location and grab a free cup of hot coffee or hot chocolate just to say hi. Tire World is a service you can trust. And this is their 5th time in the parade.
Got the kids throwing candy. Some of that candy's not making it all the way over here.
It sure
All right,
isn't.
the
Bruce-
brave ones are running out there.
Yes, Bruce Rather is the owner of Tire World, and his daughter Natalie worked for me at my store. So
Ooh.
I've known his daughter for quite a while.
You've got a connection.
Got a connection.
How about Derek Haynes for Rutherford County Sheriff? Candidate for Rutherford County Sheriff, and he's been in the Murfreesboro Police Force for 30 years. He is committed to rebuilding the trust between the community and law enforcement. The election is going to be coming up. It'll be next August. That'll be in 2018.
And it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, I know. Each year's gone by more, faster and faster.
It sure does.
Here comes Santa Claus.
In Santa Claus Land.
He'll come around when the chimes ring out, then it's Christmas morn again.
Do y'all have any special family traditions for Christmas?
Not really. We open packages on Christmas Eve. We go to church. We'll go somewhere to eat dinner, and then we do it on Christmas Eve. My parents, because I was born in Germany, came over. My dad, we didn't buy a Christmas tree until Christmas Eve, early in the morning, and then decorated it during the day, and then went to church that night, and then we left it up for a week or so. For whatever reason. Maybe it's because it was a little cheaper at the last minute. I'm not sure why Dad did that, but it was kind of exciting. All of Christmas Eve day was a pretty exciting day.
Absolutely. Here we have the Smyrna Church of the Nazarene, and they are passionate about worshiping God, reaching out to others, and learning to be more like Jesus. They have an upcoming event Saturday, December the 16th from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. They have the Angel Breakfast. So we're glad to have them in the parade with us today.
Ah.
Now Christmas trees are put up almost before Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yeah, and sometimes I get a little concerned with the live trees. I mean, how do you keep them
Absolutely.
fresh, needles not falling off for that long period of time? So anyway, different ways. We changed. We had live trees for years, and it's become a little more practical just to get a artificial one. But you can make them look pretty and then spray
And I
a little
remember
smell on
having
it.
the flocked trees.
Oh, wow.
Remember when the flocked trees
Oh, absolutely.
were big?
Yeah, yeah, and
Yes.
cost, but
Oh,
they
yes.
were magnificent.
Yes. Here we have Mix 92.9 FM, and they are Nashville's all Christmas music station, which I'm glad to know because I was looking for Christmas music the other
Ah.
day in the car. And they're with us today as the station, vehicles, and promotional team, and they're happy to join us for the first time. So we hope you guys will come back and visit with us.
You know, they're an institution in this community. They've been around a long, long time, and it is good of them. Every time Christmas comes around, you get to enjoy the music.
The music.
Yeah.
Here we have Mr. and Miss Motlow Community College, Cameron Droddy and Victoria Looney. And they said they had to interview to get this position, and their duties and responsibilities are to represent the college in community events like the Christmas Parade, and represent at distinguished campus events and the Motlow Gala, and participate in homecoming and crown the king and queen.
She's got the wave down. Now,
She
he's got to work on
does.
it a little bit.
She'll teach him before the end of the year. No worries.
Now, why do girls do it? What's the principle behind that? So you don't get your arm sore?
I'm not sure. Maybe so.
Okay. Good honor for them.
And next we have Sellers Disposal Service. The Sellers family has been part of this community for over 100 years, and their disposal service was started in 1961.
Wow.
They love the area here, and they call it home.
Well, that's my ride home right there.
There you go.
Yeah, just put me in the back.
It's nice to see so many businesses that have been in business for so
Well,
long.
it's good for them. They come out here, and of course, they get the free billboard and the advertising from the people, but they also get to see them smile and probably even interact some. It opens the door.
It sure does. Here we have Victory Church, and it's a brand new church opening its doors in January of 2018 at Rock Springs Middle School. It's a multicultural, multi-generational church looking to help people catch a glimpse of the unique vision God has for their lives and to have the courage to take the steps to live it out.
Well, they've taken a bold step to open up.
They sure have.
I'm sure believing by faith that it'll work, so good for them. By the way, I love the fact that we have this music underneath all the time, so you don't have to speak all the time, just enjoy the music at times and then listen to all your good information.
Did you participate in a church Christmas program?
Oh, yeah. Well, as a little kid growing up, because we went to a Christian school, so we worked really hard on doing a Christmas program, and it was the highlight of the whole year. Yeah, vivid memories. I mean, that's like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and it's like it was yesterday. I remember practicing and practicing not to embarrass ourselves, and we were so proud.
And I remember angel wings, and you put the garland all along the angel wings and the halos.
See, that's why we don't think about it, but these kids, like you said, these kids will never forget that.
Absolutely.
Or forget this. This for them is a nice little thrill.
Here we have Cindy Cinderella's Talent Academy. It has been in Middle Tennessee for over 40 years, and they offer classes in baton, dance, modeling, tumbling, recreational cheer, and all-star competitive cheer.
Wow. Now, I've watched some of that competitive cheer competition, I think, at that national level stuff. That's, whew.
It sure is.
Oh, look at her. Here she goes. Whoa.
Wow.
On cement.
Wow.
You know, I used to do that. The look on your face was priceless.
Rudy, Santa knows when you're telling stories and you're not, and it's the time of year you need to be good.
I'm off his list already anyway.
I talked to him about you at the tree lighting ceremony, and I let him know you've been good. Wow. These young ladies are good.
They really are. That takes care. Oh, here's a little one going up.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh.
Wow. They're good. Oh, and look at the little ones with the pom-poms.
Where?
See
Oh,
right here in
yeah.
the middle?
Oh, look at them. They're next. They're the ones watching the big girls.
And look at the mama carrying one. I think she'll be tired by the end.
Who will, mom or the kid?
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
that's for sure.
You know, I think this has been one of our largest Christmas parades we've ever
Really?
had. It sure is. And I'm sure the weather has something to do with that, but I think it's also people have heard about and want to be a part of.
What did you tell me at the beginning? 127 entries?
127 entries.
Oh, my goodness.
And they said we had 7 different entries that wanted to get in this morning. So, and
Really?
we never turn anybody away.
Yeah, but they finally realized how big a deal it is, and it'd be
It sure
worthwhile
is.
to be there.
Oh, look at these beautiful little girls in their dresses.
I don't know. It's, you know, my daughters are grown, and you know, your children are grown, but they'll always be that age. I always remember when they were that age, and yeah, she's working on the wave. I've played a lot of Barbies and had a lot of teas sitting there.
Oh, look at this one in the van with,
Oh, yeah.
with the crown on.
Yeah, got a little tiara.
Uh-huh. You know, a memory popped up 7 years ago, and it was a picture of Parker at a ball game, and the blink of an eye, and they're grown.
Yeah.
Blink of an eye. Here we have Home for Heroes, which was established shortly following the events of 9/11 as a way to give back and say thank you to our nation's heroes. When heroes work with Homes for Heroes, real estate, affiliate specialists, and local businesses, they receive hero rewards, which are easy ways for firefighters, law enforcement officers, military, health care workers, EMS, and teachers to save significant dollars when buying, selling, or refinancing a home. And here is Bill Ketchern, who's going to be running for county mayor this year. And now we have Stones River Baptist Church, which is located on Sam Ridley Parkway on the corner of Sam Ridley and Jefferson Pike. And it was established in the 1950s and still maintains its traditional Southern Baptist heritage. I'd say they've been waiting quite a while to
yeah.
get on the parade route.
Yeah, because it kind of starts here, but they're all lined up back around the corner. We're next.
That's right. Here we have In Point Performance Studio. It's a dance studio located in Antioch, offering recreational and competitive dance and tumbling. The classes are offered to ages 3 to 18, and their competition team will be competing at many competitions this upcoming year. So we're glad to have them with us.
I like that. I think about that at times because I always grew up with kind of the traditional sports. But if you do something, in this case, there's a bit of showmanship, athleticism, and it's a way for these look at these young ladies, smiles on their faces, got a little lipstick. Just feel good.
And not every child is into traditional sports.
You're exactly
so there's
right.
so many opportunities.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, Middle Tennessee Electric, and they've joined us for the 3rd year in a row, and we're so glad to have them with us. And this year they brought one of their bucket trucks, and it's all decked out for
the
Christmas.
past year, Bridgegood has been bridging the tech divide by connecting 3,000 students to 350 businesses.
You know, Middle Tennessee Electric is a wonderful partner for us here in the town of Smyrna. If we have a need, they're always willing to help.
Well, they've got it. You get some of these situations in wintertime and such. Oh, look at the tractors. Tractor Alley Children's Network. That's Randy and Susan Woodard from Smyrna. They are here to introduce the world of farming and tractors to children and young people. Look how creative this is. With that little hammock in the back.
That looks great.
They give kids the opportunity to connect with the outdoors, have fun, learn about the world around. This is their first year joining us, so we're delighted to have them. Oh, here they come.
Here they come, and look at this little one bringing up the rear. This is All Things Farm, and they work with the rescue and rehab of a variety of animals, specializing in horses. They also work with people with disabilities and children in the foster care system and include them in the care and love of their animals. And this young lady looks like she's doing a great job on this pony.
It's a real connector. I've done some stories with such. It makes these kids feel wonderful to be able to give them a confidence to be on an animal like that. All right, coming up after that, we got Famous Dave's, the legendary pit barbecue. He brought his brand new hauler behind the truck. It's part of them.
The pig is having some
part of the
technical
mystique.
difficulties.
we have some functions, malfunction. What are you laughing?
Oh, so, you know, there is nothing like Famous Dave's, and they're celebrating their 11th year in Smyrna, and it's 16th year here in Tennessee, and they are always such givers back to the community. I know their big foundation that they give to is Make-A-Wish, and they've raised over $500,000 for Make-A-Wish.
Really?
So they sure have. Sure have. Here we have 102.9 The Buzz, and it's Nashville's rock station with free beer and hot wings morning show. Did your morning show have free beer and hot wings?
If it did, the show would have changed.
And music from artists like Three Doors Down, Foo Fighters, Pearl Jam, Green Day, Cage the Elephant, and so much more. Go ahead and sing me something from Cage the Elephant.
From Cage the Elephant down the road, we are riding all day. What are you laughing at?
You're good. I didn't realize that you'd sang with them before.
Well, it's just, I don't like to brag.
You know, they also, you can visit 1029 The Buzz online at 1029thebuzz.com.
All right, followed by 102.5 The Game, Nashville's best sports talk and the official flagship station for the Nashville Predators. I've worked with those folks. They're good folks, working hard. Predators broadcast, very popular.
You know, I love going to a Predators game. The atmosphere is unbelievable.
My family came in with the grandkids, and there were 8 of us. Went to the game last week when they played Montreal, went into a shootout. my grandsons were just, wow, this is like cool, because there were fights and everything. You know, it
But they
just-
sure entertain you in between as
yes.
well.
And they do better than anybody. They've changed the whole NHL. The way they handled the Stanley Cup final last year, everybody in the league's going, we got to do some of that.
Absolutely. And talking about excitement, here we have the Roy Waldron Wildcat Palm Squad, and they get ready to cheer for their girls age grade second grade through fifth grade in Laverne, and in team spirit at school events with cheers and dance. And their captains this year are Aaliyah Pointer and Amory Patterson. And they work very hard at practice and are positive role models in the school. And I'll tell you, being an athlete, whether you're in the band or whether you're playing sports, cheerleader, whatever, takes a lot of time and effort because you're doing so much outside of just the schoolwork.
And you got to study on top of that.
Definitely
Boy, here's
right.
a big vehicle right here. This is Smyrna Ready Mix. Enjoys the parade because it's an event that brings together the family and friends. They enjoy seeing the children's faces and the excitement that it brings. Wow, that is quite a cabin there behind
It
it.
sure is.
Woo-hoo.
They always do a great job of doing something very creative.
Wow.
Ooh, thanks you guys.
Oh, bring me some of those over there.
Oh,
Thank
this
you,
is the
ma'am.
good candy.
Yes. I thought they'd forgotten about us.
Oh, never. Here
I
we
have heard this
Smyrna
band a
High
lot.
School
Yes.
Band, and they are the award-winning Smyrna High School marching band. They play in the fall at all Smyrna High School football games, and they're involved in marching contests and many other school functions throughout the year. They're under the direction of Richard Lutz and are bringing Santa to the parade this year.
Are they really?
They really are. They're our band right before we get to see the main man himself.
I love brass. My father was quite a trumpet player. I always said to myself, my dad said, why aren't you in the band? I played sports. But if I was in the band, I'd be playing a piccolo because I want the smallest thing, stand in the back and not have to carry that thing around all day. So, you know, getting the tuba, but it's wonderful. Good brass sound. My dad always loved it. Makes me think of him.
Let's listen a little while.
Yes.
So Smyrna High School is where I graduated from in 1989, and it was the first year the school split. So Smyrna and Laverne when we split.
I gotcha.
So
How'd they decide?
it was by zone.
By zone,
By zone
okay.
was how it was. And here we have the rest of the marching Bulldogs bringing up the rear,
Now, those are some sizable horses right there. That's horsepower.
and that is the Sheriff's Department Mounted Patrol.
Special horses, because no spooking at all. You've got that siren going.
And doesn't bother them a bit,
Doesn't
does
bother them a bit.
And
I'm getting a
coming
little
up-
excited now.
I
Getting a
know.
little excited.
You know what? This is the part everybody waits for in the entire parade.
I don't know how he has time. Got to be so many places, but he's kind enough to come to Smyrna today.
And you know what?
What?
He makes a list, a naughty and a nice
Does he?
list.
I'm shot.
Well, maybe you're in between. Maybe you still have a chance between now and.
I'd have to buy my way onto the list at this point. But he sure makes an entrance, doesn't he?
He sure does. He sure does.
Look at that. And he brought the little missus with him today.
He sure did. We got to see Santa and Mrs. Claus when we did the tree lighting just a couple of weeks ago. Santa, we've been very good this year.
That's it. I feel like he's looking at me.
He is looking at you.
Yeah, I don't like the eye.
I think that was the good sign. I think you got the good sign.
It's all right.
You got the good sign. You know, it takes so many people to put this parade on, and I cannot tell you how much we appreciate you coming to be part of our event today.
Look, you do all the work. You've got all the wonderful information, and you know the people. It is just a joy to spend some time with you and crack a joke here and there. It's just fun for me, you know?
Well, you're always welcome in the town of Smyrna, and we hope you'll come back to events other than just the Smyrna Christmas
Well, you
Parade.
call me. I'll come a-running.
Great. Well, from Rudy and I and from the Smyrna Town Council, we'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope to see you at the Smyrna Christmas Parade next year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful time. Oh, the most wonderful